So so today I actually planned on creating starting like a new series whereby I show you how to create your app from scratch. I noticed I've always been going straight to the point, going straight to big UIs. So I'll be showing you guys how to create things from scratch. So for the very first thing, I want to get rid of the banner on the top right corner. So yeah, making it false disables the banner. Yeah, our app looks much more cleaner now. I think I like this. I really don't think any Flutter developer always wants that banner there. And this primary swatch you are seeing here actually has color blue to anything that needs a background color, like be it a button, be it a floating action button. It just has the blue color by default. So here we're actually creating our simple app bar. How am I supposed to simple like this? Simple app bar. So mind you, the return scaffold you guys are seeing here is like a template. It allows me to use the app bar without the, just consider scaffold like a template. So I'm actually calling the app bar property, and I'll be calling the widgets right now. Okay, yeah, so the scaffold is like a template for all these things. Without the scaffold I can't really use those properties, so I'm not calling the widget. I can use the widget but I can't call the properties. So now, as you can see, we have the color blue, and this color blue was added by default from our color swatch that we have. As you can see, my app is running with generator. This is the first class that actually runs in your app. So if I'm to change this to green, let's see what happens. Ctrl S. Yeah, as you can see, the background color of the stuff has been changed to green. So let's change the background color of our screen itself to colors that's red. Would that make sense? Let's just say, yeah, as you can see, it has been changed successfully. Okay, so sorry for shouting. Okay, so today we are basically just looking into the app, and I wish this video could actually end faster, so I won't bore you guys at all. Just stay with me, like it's gonna be interesting. Okay, so for the next thing we want to do is we want to add title, because what kind of app I want to have title? There's always a title, like especially on the home page. So we want to keep it simple by calling our app like homepage. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, it shows almost immediately on page, and that's the beauty of Flutter. The fact that you can run your code very fast, it's just amazing. Honestly, it's just amazing. Okay, so the next thing we want to add, as you can see, we have a lot of things, properties we can add, like lots of properties, but we are going simple. We want to do something really simple. Okay, so we don't want to like go overboard. So the next thing I want to add is the toolbar height. So this that bar, I want to reduce the height. As you can see, I actually intentionally put 2.0 so for you guys to see the effect, because we have times whereby we want to reduce the height of our app bar. You get, so if I give it 20, by default I think it's 60. Okay, well, let's make it 200. Let's see how big it would be. Boom. As you can see, uh, we have a very large very tall upper. So reducing it to 100, reducing it to 50. Yeah, as you can see, 50 looks kind of clean. I actually like it, not too small, not too big. Okay, yeah, as you can see, the upper initial size is actually around 55 to 60. Okay, so we can basically leave it that way. I think so. I think this looks nice. So the next thing we want to add is our leading. Like, we have times whereby the hub, as we see on most app, has like this leading icon. So most times it's always a drawer, but we are keeping things simple, so we won't be adding drawer in this series. Maybe the next series we're adding a drawer to our app bar. So we just want to add a simple icon. So if you want to call your icon, that's how you create your icon. You call the icon widget and you put the parentheses, and then you put the icons dot the name of the icon, and it gives you telesense. Honestly, like the way telesense works is just amazing. So honestly, Flutter come with a lot of should I say pre-installed code whereby you can just tap into it. It's just this big library, like honestly it's just crazy at times. And the fun thing about Flutter is that it's backed by Google, so It has good support, it has good community. So and these are basics, okay, not like what the big developer does. Okay, so we have elevation, just English, to elevate, to bring something up. Okay, so elevation, as you can see, it seems like our app is actually hovering on our screen at the moment, so I want to make that obvious. Okay, so 4.0, yeah, it's actually changed. I don't think you might be able to see it because TikTok might have scaled down this video like a lot, that you guys might not notice it. But probably if I make it, as you can see now, I think it's changed. Yeah, let's make it smaller now. It's changed just now, but as you can see now, the elevation is flat. It seems like the app that is sitting right on our screen. Before it was like hovering, as you can see. So, and one more thing I'll be adding now, it's the action. The action basically adds items to the right side of the screen. Okay, so this actually applies to most apps when they want to add like a filter icon button. Like when you want to add this filter button and you want to make it an icon, you want it to stay on the right, you get. So that's when most Flutter dev use it. And trust me, most people actually try to create their own app by themselves. So it's always about what works for you. Honestly, Flutter just gives you this, like, it gives you this feeling that you can do anything you want. Okay. So someone asked me, well, what I think about React and Flutter. One thing about it is that I honestly feel like React is like iOS and Flutter is like Android. Like with Android, you can do anything you want. With iOS, you are restricted to few things. Doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. I do feel like what React is doing, it's really pretty cool, and Flutter has, but they both have their strengths and weaknesses. Okay, so adding few icons into this, as you can see, I added 3 icons: add, photos, and chats rounded. Yeah, just like this chat icon. Okay, so we want to test something now. I want to give our app one last thing. Okay, just because I gave it a default color does not mean I can change the color. I can actually give each app bar a specific color. As you can see, that'll be okay. As you can see now, I've changed the color to colors.blue. Like it's fairly easy. Like if you don't want to go for the default, you can always change it. Like, it gives you this freedom to do almost like it doesn't hide the fact that you can do anything you want. Like that's just it. Like that's why I like it. Okay, so one last thing I want to add, I think the title should be in the center. I really don't like the way it's fairly close to the leading icon, the leading property. Okay, so for this we'll be making our center tile true because it accepts boolean value. So let's see what happens. Yeah, as you can see, it works fairly nice. Like we have the simple app bar, everything works fine. And okay, I think I'll be all for this series. Hope to see you guys in the next one. We'll be working on the app, the bottom nav. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.